Hi, everybody. Thought I was going to be late, didn't you? But no, I made it just fine. I welcome you all to Cindy's Stamping Studio. My name is Cindy Ellers. I live in the central part of Wisconsin, and today's date is Monday, February 20th, President's Day. So we didn't have any mail today. So while I wait for some people to jump on, I will find myself on my Kindle. I see our first person hopped on. Don't forget to say hi to me. And don't forget to say hi to me. Leave me a thumbs up if you want. Share. That's the easiest way to, boy, what a mess. That's the easiest way to win one of my door prizes. And there's Tracy Stevens. Welcome. Kay Wire and Pauline. Welcome. Hi to you all. I'm so glad that you're here. It's still light out in Wisconsin, so that's great. We're getting ready for a big snowstorm. Jim and I and Justin worked in the woods until about noon, and we came in, and I was glad because after today I got 8,550 steps in. So that's way more than I need. And boy, people are just popping right on. I have to say hello to Jeannie Mullen and Pauline and Julie Marson and Kathy Brost. And there's Linda and Denise Weiger is watching, and there's Sally Becker. I'm so glad that you could join us. And Kathy Brost. And my mom is watching. Lori Hall just liked and shared. And there's Sandy. I'm not sure I can say your last name, Sandy. Zun? Are you ready for more snow this week? Right? Up to 12 inches. Oh, well. That means we won't be tapping trees on Thursday. It might have to wait till Sunday. But it was pretty nice out in the woods. It's a lot of walking. That's why I got my 8,000 steps in already. So, oh well. What do we have going on? Well, in the Stampin' Up world, this is the last full week of celebration. So if you have something on your wish list, I would say place your order now instead of later. And there's my friend Bernie. Oh, Denise, you're going to get snow also. Well, yep, you're Colorado. It's going to swing up and catch us all. Oh, I'm glad I said it right, Sandy. And thank you for sharing. Okay, this is the last full week of celebration. The winter storm that's coming, they're talking a big snow. So, technique class is going to be canceled, but I have a good idea. Because it can be canceled, and that's fine. I'm going to save the February technique class for March. I'm going to be up to my ears in maple syrup, so it'll just work out better to save that class for March, and that is going to be March 14th, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I think it'll just be less stressful for everybody involved. There's Sherry Martin and Pauline. You have lots and lots of snow. And Jeannie doesn't have any snow so far this season. Wow. That's too bad. So, okay. I am going to flip my camera around. Oh, but first, let's see. I want to show you my veteran card, patriotic cards. If you are planning to make cards, I need them in my hands. Yes, Sandy, we do sell our maple syrup. And we have some for sale right now. Or we're over in Neillsville. I know you're in Marshfield, so that's only 30 miles away. And there's Ronnie Kaiser. I'm driving in it again. Well, Ronnie... Really? That should be like I canceled class because I didn't want all of my people driving in it. The patriotic cards have to be to me by the 20th of March. So if you're out of my area, please send them to me. Send me a message and I will give you my address. And thank you, Lori, for working on your cards. I appreciate it. There's Debbie Vine, just the person I wanted to see. Debbie, I'm canceling the technique class, which you probably figured that one out already. And I'm just going to save the February technique class for March, which will be March 14th, I think. Yep, March 14th. So hopefully we're all done with the snow by then, or at least we'll get a little bit of a break. Okay. Oh, that's right. You do direct the Clark County Male Chorus, and you meet every Monday night. Well, I'm impressed. That's great. Okay, now back to the things on hand. The kit class or class to go. I'll show you those cards again. I have the February stamp of the month stamp picked out, and I'll show you that. But before we go any further, I noticed both of our door prize winners are watching tonight. So, for comments, I am going to send these gems. They're the blue ones. I'm going to send these to Sandy Zun. So, Sandy, congratulations. I'll get these out in the mail to you tomorrow. And you can, if you want, Debbie, I sent my card to Darla, but yes, that would be a really nice gesture if you would send a card to Darla. That would be great. I didn't put it out. Maybe I should have. But yes, in fact, I'll write me a note and I'll email everybody. There. I'll remember to do it now. Now for sharing, I have the other part of the pack, and that's these beautiful blue gems. They're going to go to Kathy Brost. So, Kathy and Sandy, you both are getting some gems in the mail from me. Okay, it was Grand Central Station. After I got home from the woods, the carpenter showed up. And so I now have a counter. I can't wait to show you, but it's a total mess. But if you look, isn't that pretty? It's a whole counter, the whole length of my room. And I'll be able to have it all matching instead of looking stupid. Or like I told Jim, a hodgepodge of different pieces of furniture. So I'm real happy for that. And if you notice the red roses that were on my counter, my mother had those delivered to me for Valentine's Day. Well, thank you, Linda. I'm happy for me too. It's been a long time waiting. Okay, flipping the phone around. Let's see, right here. There, it's still light out, and Jim's truck is plumb full of snow, but we were busy enough today that he opted, let's see, this has got to move so that I can move this closer. There we go. There we go. There. Okay, so like I said, last week a celebration. Get your order in if you're interested. And we have the mini cala going on right now. I just want to hang this, put this on my new counter. Just a reminder, get those Veterans Day thank you cards to me. Send me an email. Well, there's Courtney. Nice to see you, Courtney. And Kathy Cohn. Yeah, get those Veterans Day thank you cards to me if you committed to make some for me. I have to deliver them to the lady that will be in charge of getting them ready for the honor flight. And this is the one I came up with. Even though it's using retired stamps, it's nice and simple, plain on the inside, no envelopes. So that's what you want to do. For our stamp of the month, the winner is Share a Milkshake. You can find that on page 12 of the, you can find that on page 12 of the current mini January to April mini catalog. It does have coordinating dies. So for $51.53, you can get that, the whole bundle, and I will give you the 4-card kit for free. Not only that, it comes to $51. So that means you get to pick something out of celebration if you do it this week before February 28th. So if you're interested, pop me an email. It's $25 for just the stamp set, $51.53 if you want the dies. It's a great set. I can't wait to play with it, to find out, to come up with something neat. This was the card we did last week. Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about. If you already own the stamp set, the cost is only $5, and if you need me to send it to you, add another $5 to make it a total of $10. So, if you're interested, send me an email, and I'll get you set up with the February stamp of the month. Okay, now we are going to, oh, I like that counter. It's working pretty snazzy. We are making cards. Oh, I do have cards to share with you. Marcia Lynn, I like that. The card for the veterans you made is perfect, said Lori. I thought so too. I have some cards to share with you. If you're a demonstrator, you already know that Stampin' Up! Is going to be having, releasing, I'm not sure what you call it. It's like, it's coming out March 1st. So this is just a sneak peek of the beautiful paper that is coming to you. I made just a note, and I made this lovely thank you card. I just wanted to share with you and how beautiful the designer paper. There's also a stamp set that matches this. Okay, I made this sympathy card this week. It seems like I can't keep sympathy cards around. It seems like I'm going through them terribly. And that used the Something Fancy stamp set with the Fancy Flora Designer Series paper, which I just love this paper. It makes making a card so much easier. Just beautiful. And then, because I had to take everything out of this room, I accidentally found this card. Now this is old, like this card is 14 years old. This card was sent to me by my upline, Kelly Atchison, and here are the forms. I'm so thrilled for when I signed up. So I just thought, what the heck, I would share that. I happen to have kept it. Okay, we're doing the two-tone Flora tonight, stamp set, along with Something Fancy. Okay, with the coordinating dies. Okay, I'm going to use this die, and I don't have the other dies. Well, I do. I'm going to cut out the flowers and the greenery, and right like that. I see I have a shadow right in the middle of my paper, and that's because we went and I have to work on that. I'll get the lighting just right. I also am using a die from the Beautiful Tree dies so I could cut out my tag. I just wanted to share that. Okay. Let's get started. For our card tonight, it's going to be on Balmy Blue. You just ordered that set, Sandy. Well, great. We're going to be using a up and down card. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, up and down. I'm also using, oh shoot, well, maybe we aren't using, because the odds of me finding anything in this room are like not too good. Well, I was going to use a layer of Tahitian Tide. That color just goes so great. Nope, I guess we're not. Oh well. I am going to use some Balmy Blue shimmer paper. This is also coming out March 1st. But for this card, I couldn't wait to use it. And so, as you can hear, it's textured. When I'm done with making the card, I will show you the kit cards, the class to go. I'll show you them one more time if you're interested. If you're not interested, that's okay. Okay, so now I've this is my layer. And now I'm going to take a 4 by 5 1/4, not to be confused by the inside white piece, which is 3 3/4 by 5. I put that off to the side. And I'm going to use a sheet of adhesive sheet. Just like so. And I put half of it on, so now let's put the other half on. Okay. And then let's put the last piece on. There. And I want to push that down real good. And what I'm going to do is flip it over. Put this die on it. Just like so. Just like so. There we go. Okay, I don't have this set up high enough. I'm going to be, there we go. I did not run it through yet. I wanted to share with you whoops. And I would strongly suggest putting it through twice, because it's quite detailed. A very detailed piece. That was way close. Oh well. I'm not quite sure why we're so close. Well, it is what it is. Just like so. Now comes the fun part. And I have a brush somewhere. Boy, this is sad. A lot of stuff. I know that if I take off the adhesive, it will take a lot of it off. Oh, Jeannie, way to go. And flip it over. Oh, I'm glad that was by accident, I guess. But yeah, it's quite detailed. I know that when I take the adhesive off, it's gonna pull a lot of it, but the bigger pieces, I thought I would try and get some of them off. So I should have probably had it ready, but didn't. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did, even though I was out in the woods a lot of it. But Jim and I got a lot of the maple syrup. We run gravity lines and bags. We're a small operation. We're not big, even though if it was up to my son, I think we would be big. What do we do? Probably about, well, I think last year it was 700 taps. Okay. And that's just fine. You know, with the gravity lines, Jim makes it as easy as possible. I use my UTV and drive up to a collection barrel, and he's got pumps on the machines, and I suck it out into my barrel so we don't have to carry so much, which I am grateful for, very grateful for. So the reason I have to go, and I wanted to go and show you how I did it, and this is good. Now I want to go and cut it down, which might be bad, but I think I see. Yes, I do. I see my cutter, and what I'm going to cut it down, because I want to cut this right there. Yep. And let's see, how does that fit on there? That'll be just about, with a little bit showing. Yep, that'll be just perfect. Alrighty. All right, let's go and let's see if we can get that backing off. We might just say, I don't know what we're going to say. Okay, this is the backing. There we go. And of course, when I made my practice card, it came off real easy. Okay, here we go. Well, not getting any cooperation tonight. Try rubbing the brush from the tool on foam and that should help. Yeah, it should. There's one small problem. I have no clue where it's at. There we go. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah, that's what I should have had that right. Jeannie, you are absolutely right. But we'll get it. This is quite delicate. I know I had some issues when I took the backing off. A lot of that, like there, a lot of the little pieces of paper came right off with the backing. So, yeah. And then right there. There we go. We'll get it. We'll get it. Well, that's wonderful, Sandy, that you got to see your granddaughter. I didn't get to see my kids this weekend. Andy was busy with a basketball game all weekend. It was their, going to state for this extra team that they're on. So that was fun for them. There, we got that. We got that one. In Easton, he had to go watch basketball. Justin was working. So, but I'll get to see the kids next weekend. Not this coming up weekend, but the weekend after. This weekend, they got other plans, like a spring break type thing. Okay, this is good. There. It didn't take that long. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put it just like so. Any pieces that are stuck will come off, because I had that happen earlier. Just like so. Especially if you take your pick, it'll come right out. There. And I'm not so worried about these itsy bitsy pieces, because I have flowers that are going to be going over the top. I pretty much got it. There we go. Well, I must have left some backing on here. Well, you get the gist of it. Okay, that is so pretty, isn't it, Denise? Yeah. Now, moving on. Yeah, I have some scraps here, and I want my paper piercing that I've only just wrapped a piece of typing paper around, and we're using Balmy Blue, Tahitian Tide, and Granny Apple. So, but first, Balmy Blue. And I'm going to take my solid. Now, if you can notice, one is detailed, the other one is solid. Well, how am I going to keep them apart? So I took my Sharpie and put a little blue dot on each one so I know they go together. And we'll put one here, like so. And the detailed one will go right over the top. It's a two-step stamping. Right there it is. Pick your focal point. I'm taking the center part of the flower. And if you line it up right there, it's going to turn out perfect. I'm happy. Okay, now on the other, so this is a smaller flower. My focal point was right here. Okay, so now I have a bigger flower. And I put a black dot on each one so I know that they go together. And I'm going to go and stamp that. Okay, and then I will take my detailed, and my focal point will be right here. Yep, right there. That worked out pretty good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you would go and run it through your machine and cut out your flowers. Just like that. Yes, I had that part ready. Okay, and now, let's see, let me cover this up because I don't want to mess it up. I'll save that one for a little bit. And I would get my Granny Apple Green and my greenery. And I have right here, not that one, this one. And that's what that greenery looks like. And then cut it out. And that's what it looks like right there. Okay. I then took this die, this rectangle, from the beautiful trees. I cut out a white one, and I cut another one out of my blue shimmer paper. I thought that was really cool. Let me cover up this and get my last stamp out from the Something Fancy. It's going to say happy birthday. Okay, we're moving right along. I put it right there. There's our happy birthday. Alrighty. And get some dimensionals. One more. Okay, get my card back here, right? Put that over there. Okay, so I'm going to take this shimmer. I mean, it looks like a piece of ribbon, is what it reminded me. But what I'm going to do is just put some glue on it. And I'm going to put that right here on my card. Because it's shimmery, it's so pretty. I thought it was one of those aha moments. Don't you love it when you get a aha moment? And then I'm going to just go and put my happy birthday like so. So it's kind of off center. Okay, so now let's do our flowers. And, I mean, the stamp set looks intimidating, but it really isn't. It's really pretty nice to work with. I'm glad I got it. The two-step stamping can be a learning curve, but you get all kinds of tips. And from me, I'm going to put this one right here. And then where's my other one? Oh, I have to have my greenery. I'm going to put the greenery. I'm just going to glue that one down. Like that. Okay, that's my other blue card. Blue flower, rather. Oh, thank you, Linda. It is pretty. And thank you, Jeannie and Marcia Lynn. It is. I do like the flowers, how they look. They're very, very pretty. This will make a beautiful birthday card. And I'm going to put this one right here. There, just like that. Now, let us move on. And right here, I will get my white piece. I'm going to go and stamp it with the flowers with Tahitian Tide. There's that. Alrighty. And I got my black ink right here. And we inked up our verse. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. And I have just the person I'm going to send this to, because I forgot her birthday last week. There we go. Oh, sure, now wouldn't come out. I'll come out real fast. It'll be okay. It would also make a lovely wedding card. Oh, yes, it would, Jeannie. It would make a lovely wedding. And that stamp set, I believe, has some great... There. Oh, sure. Here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters with a congratulations. So, yes, that would make a great wedding card. There. So here's our card. Happy birthday. Not quite done. I want to go and add a Tahitian Tide Sparkle Gem. And I'll add one right here. There. That just makes the card, in my opinion. So, yeah, it turned out really pretty. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, I hope I can give you a tour of my stamping room. And we'll be able to You'll be able to ooh and ah. I am just, 13 years of stamping in a room that was just make do. Well, I finally felt like it was my turn. So, here's our card. I hope you consider joining me next week where I will have another great card to share with you. Have a great rest of the week. If you're in the snow area, well, it is what it is. Not a whole lot we can do about it. So, okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.